Hi, I'm Margaret Meehan. I'm an artist that pulls from film, music, popular culture, folklore, and traditional crafts. I consider the origins of outcasts through their representation, in particular, the tendency for women and societal others to be seen as monsters. My research includes ornithology, teratology, the aesthetics of cuteness, and histories of feminist protest. I'm so excited to speak to you about my appreciation of Betye Saar. One interesting thing to me about this exhibition is that it includes a couple of pieces made in 1998, at a time when I was in graduate school, and probably around the time that I first saw an image of her work. The fact that she uses found objects to explore history, racism, and her own family heritage was particularly interesting to me. I saw someone other than white men in my art history books creating work that talked about gender and identity and personal experience. As a young woman in a male-dominated department who was trying to make work about my medical history as a child, physical difference, innocence, and sexuality, knowing that Betye Saar was out there gave me hope and made me much more confident. Her work, A Loss of Innocence from 1998, relates a lot to what I was thinking about at the time. The title alone, referring to the supposed innocence of children, was deeply connected to the ways that I thought of the artificial space constructed between childhood and adulthood. Betye Saar was representing the brutal violence that Black children have to endure in a white supremacist society. For me, I was researching freakery, medical anomalies, and the ways in which children and animals came to represent the parts of ourselves and society that didn't belong, misbehaved, or were out of control. That moment in the late 1990s was during the culture wars, like now. And while I didn't at the time think of my work as explicitly about identity politics, I think that in some way it was. I felt encouraged by artists like Betye Saar, who helped me to see that this was legitimate. Another work, I'll Bend But Will Not Break, also from 1998, speaks to many of the feminist ideas that I engage with now. This work by Saar is such a great example of third wave feminism, which looks intersectionally at both race and gender. I'm grateful and inspired by the incredible work that she and other artists of color, as well as LGBTQ artists, did to pave the way for all of us. I'm not Black. My work isn't about African-American identity, but I do think it's important for all of us to think about our complicity within a larger system, and work like hers has led me to explore white feminism critically. I love how she uses found objects as materials. It's such a powerful way to use pieces of culture to talk about society. My own interest in altering found objects and birds as a metaphor drew me to her sculpture, The Edge of Ethics, and how she builds off of this old bird cage to represent containment, limitations, and connect women with birds. I really responded to her drawings as well. When you look at the sketch for The Edge of Ethics, you can see her thinking through sculptures in a direct and immediate way. What a privilege to see her process unfold in the pages of her sketchbooks. I owe a lot to Betye Saar, and I thank her for showing me the power of images to transform our expectations of what is possible. Thank you for this exhibition. Thank you, Betye Saar.